All right, well now that the boss is gone, we can have a little fun here. So Kevin and I just want to show you a couple things that maybe you can do at home, maybe you've done before if you've been into exercise classes, pre-season ski classes. You may be familiar with some of these, maybe they're brand new to you. Our thoughts are, in the clinic as we see patients and as we're going through rehabilitation, or even as athletic trainers, our job is to prevent injuries before they happen. We always want to approach things being thoughtful, deliberate, and intentional. And I think those three rules apply to these exercises as well. So the first exercise Kevin's going to show you is a yoga move. He'll show you maybe a modified move. It's called the chair pose. In this setting, we're going to spread the feet a little bit because we're trying to mimic a ski action or ski activity. So we'll get a firm base. The feet will be about shoulder width apart. Kevin's bending his knees into an athletic position, an athletic stance position. He's also keeping the small of his back flat. He's engaging his abdominal or his core exercise or core musculature. His arms are overhead, his head is up, and his eyes may be pointing, looking towards the horizon, up to the corner of the room. He's going to hold this position. We want to have good form. We want to fatigue ourselves. We want to work into an exercise where we're actually going to get a benefit out of this, but we don't want to lose form and cause injury versus the positive outcome of the exercise. Next stretch Kevin's going to demonstrate is called the triangle pose. Again, more of a formal yoga pose, but it's certainly applicable to what we're trying to do here is prevent injuries. His feet are slightly wider than what we would consider a comfortable stance. So you reach your comfort level here as far as how far do you feel. Go a little bit further. Take a little bit of an extra step forward with that front foot. Front foot's pointing straight forward. The back foot is pointing perpendicular, the opposite direction to that front foot, 90-degree angle if you would. His bottom hand is reaching down towards the ankle. His top hand is reaching up towards the sky. His gaze is towards his hand or maybe even past that towards the ceiling. Shoulder blades coming together, so he's contracting the shoulder blades together, stretching out the front or the pectoralis, opening up the front of his chest here. He's getting a good stretch through his abdominals or his core, all the way down this back leg IT band, the iliotibial band. The key here is his weight's shifted towards the front. He's getting a good stretch of the adductor or the thigh muscles on the inside of his thigh and that front leg. He's feeling a good stretch there, as well as down the outside of his back leg. All right, next move here is called Warrior 3. Kevin has his left leg on the ground. He's exercising that. He's also working his core. There's a soft bend in his weight-bearing leg here. The small of his back, again, is flat. He's trying to level his pelvis, trying to bring that back leg down. Back side of the pelvis down. The back leg is out straight, the toes pointing straight down. And he's reaching with his hands. There's an elongation here. He's trying to stretch out this body, trying to get a good lengthening. He's working strength and what we would call proprioception, or what most of you might call balance. Both are important as far as an athletic event. Next, we'll work into some things that you might find at the gym. Kevin's standing on what we call a Bosu, B-O-S-U ball. You'll find them in the corner of almost every gym anymore. It's just a solid platform that has a soft ball, kind of a half or even a quarter shaped ball that's attached to it. You can use it on the ball side down or the ball side up. We're going to show you a couple different moves there. Kevin has the ball side down, so he has to balance this. There's a firm platform he's standing on, but he's balancing this. We can do all sorts of things. Kevin could stand just like this. Kevin might get in a ski position. His feet are shoulder width apart. Now he's down in more of a tuck position. He can do just a static hold here. Say we're just trying to get to the bottom of the hill for a little après ski. Try to get down to the bottom quickly. Kevin might hold this position. He's going to condition the endurance as well as strength of his quadriceps. Or he might be able to pulse this a little bit. Maybe he'll do a little repetition of a squat. He can just do multiple squats, let's say up to 10. Once he gets 10, we might hold it for 10 seconds. Again, we're trying to incorporate in the gym what we might find on the mountain. So Kevin's going to start to shift back to side, making some turns. Now we're just cruising down the hill. We're making some nice big cruiser turns. You can mimic the activity of skiing really easily on the Bosu ball, and you can condition yourself to get ready for that activity up on the mountain. For this series of exercises, we flip the ball over. Now the solid portion is down against the ground and Kevin's standing on maybe the spongy part or the ball part of the Bosu. We can do many of the same exercises. We can do a squat and hold. Again, that tuck position, just kind of trying to build some of that endurance. Just trying to contract all muscles of his core to give him good stability. We can do side-to-side activities just like we did before. Here, maybe it's a little easier to do single leg stance. If you're like me, I find myself on one ski periodically throughout the day. It's good to have your balance and your ability to recover and get back on both skis. So Kevin can balance on one leg. You can go right leg, left leg, eyes open, eyes closed. There's all sorts of ways we can build this progression of your proprioception or your balance. And you can do this at home. If you don't have a Bosu ball, you can do it on the floor. Take a stack of towels. Take something that's going to give you a little bit of that spongy feeling like this Bosu ball, and you can modify just at home very easily. All right, those are just a few things that y'all can try to get ready for the ski season. But again, be thoughtful, deliberate, and intentional with your activities, both in the gym, at home, and as you get back on the mountain. It'll keep you safe, and it'll keep you out there for the rest of the season.